Hi there. Question from a man called Dave Benson in Chicago. Eric, help me. I'm on such a restrictive diet with my yeast infection. What can I do? How many people out there with the yeast infection are down to maybe 5, 6 or 7 foods and their diets become a nightmare? I've seen this in many cases with chronic infections. These are the basket cases. These are the cases that practitioners discard. They can't do anything with these people. They hate them. Every time they make a suggestion, give them a dietary supplement, the patient will just phone them or email them and say, I can't do it, it's too much, I'm reacting. These are the patients I'll generally do a comprehensive stool analysis on and find out what the heck's going on in here. And there are many different things we find with these cases. In many cases, we find a massive yeast proliferation. We find leaky gut. We find a problem with their secretory IgA. We find a problem with amylase. We find a problem with low levels of beneficial bacteria. We find multiple problems. All these terms I've just mentioned, I'll be addressing in other YouTube clips of a similar nature. It's too much to put it all out in one YouTube clip, so make sure that you check out my other YouTube clips on comprehensive stool analysis, where I'll go into each one of these things in great detail. If you're down to a few diets, find out what the heck's going on. There's something going on in here. If there's not something going on in there, there could be a hidden obstacle to cure, which I explain in great detail in my book, Candida Crusher. You can read all about that in chapter 7. You can read about that in detail in various sections where I explain about what to do if all else fails, obstacles to cure. So you can certainly dig up more information on that. Over time, you'll be able to eat more and more foods. But if you're down to a few foods, I'd be asking a lot of questions. What type of supplements are you taking? What type of foods can you eat? What are the symptoms and signs, that you're expressing on the foods that you're eating? You may be able to eat some fermented and cultured foods, but start with very tiny amounts and gradually build up. You may be living in a moldy house. You may have nutritional deficiency. You may have a heavy metal infection, heavy metal toxicity. There could well be a sticking point. You may even have a root canal filling, causing a low-grade inflammatory response. So there are lots of different reasons why your diet may be restrictive. But don't give up. I've seen many people down to a handful of foods that over time are back into a full diet again. Be sure to check out my other questions on my YouTube channel. And if you can't find it there, post me a question on Candida Crusher and I'll certainly reply to your question. And so become a subscriber to my channel. And the other thing is, please complete my online yeast infection survey on yeastinfection.org. Thank you.